Today I want to talk to you about Chanel caviar versus lambskin. Which one do you prefer and which one do I think is best? If you want to know about that, continue over to my video and watch it. Also, if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hi, I'm Marie. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe below and hit that notification button so you can be notified when I post another video. I do videos about luxury, I do hauls, I do unboxings and reveals, I do try-ons, amongst many other things. So please come through. Also info on luxury, which is what I'm doing today. Okay, so thank you for coming through to the video. I'm not sure if you watched my first video, which was me unboxing my first vintage Chanel bag, and also that I was gifted for my birthday and Christmas this lovely caviar large classic flap wallet. So this is lambskin, this is caviar. Can you tell the difference? Probably not so much if you're not aware, right? This one has a pebble grain feel to it, and this one is buttery soft and smooth. This one wears a little bit more and you have to be very delicate with it, and this one has more lasting longevity, it's durable, and it's a little rougher to the touch, but they're both equally beautiful. I want to tell you a little story about what happened to me. I purchased this off of Fashionphile. This is a lambskin quilted camellia chocolate bar mini flap. I know that's a lot of words, but that's what this is. It's vintage. I believe it's from 2009. It's a 13 series if I'm not mistaken. And when I got this, I inspected it. The website said it was in very good condition, and I inspected it when it came in and it just seemed like it was in pristine condition. I don't even think the person who owned this wore it that much. They probably just had it in their collection, and that's probably why they sold it. Now, I took this bag to the mall on Boxing Day, 2 days after I received it. On Boxing Day, December 26th, I was in the mall for no more than 2 hours. Two hours, okay? And by the time I got home and I inspected it again before I put it back neatly in its little packaging and box, I noticed some wear. I couldn't believe it. All I was wearing was a mixed wool jacket that I got from Fashion Nova, and even part of the time I was wearing the bag like this, you know, not all the way up here, but like down here, but like this away from my body, so it wouldn't be against my body. At times I would let it hang, but you know, I didn't think that I was doing any damage to it. I didn't realize how delicate this bag was and how delicate the lambskin was. I'll definitely show you some closer looks. Hopefully, I don't have a micro lens, so I'm not sure how close it's gonna get, but hopefully you can see that there are some wear. There's a little bit of wear in the corner here and a little bit of wear in the corner here, and I'm a bit bummed out by that. I had no idea how delicate this bag was. And that brings me into this video. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of lambskin versus caviar leather on Chanel bags. Now, if you see me looking down, it's because I've put down a few points so I can just make sure that I flow in this video and it's not like 100 minutes long. Okay, so the type of bag impacts whether you should get lambskin or caviar. Now, it's always solely up to you, but these are just my points. So for example, if you're getting a bag like a wallet on chain, or if you're getting a SLG wallet, etc., it is said that caviar leather would be a lot better for that. And the benefit is because it's more durable, more hard wearing, you know, a wallet on chain is gonna be right against your body. You're gonna be, you know, walking around, it's gonna rub up against you. I think the strap's a little bit longer usually. And this is gonna be in your bag. rolling around with God knows whatever else you have in your bag, right? So if you were to get lambskin for an SLG or a Walden on chain, the wear would be tremendously higher. Now the second thing is color, right? Lambskin works better on darker colors because the wear is not as visible, you know, to the naked eye. For example, if I do this right in front of you here on the camera, you probably don't really see anything, but I can see, you know, the little wear in the corners. But because it's dark, I guess it has more longevity and it looks better longer. Lambskin also looks richer. It really does. I do love lambskin, but I'm just not sure about the wear for my money, right? Now, size matters. As I was doing some research, basically they were saying smaller and bigger bags are better in caviar, and mid-sized bags should be considered for lambskin. Between the jumbo and the medium large flap, caviar is better on a jumbo purely because the jumbo has a larger surface area and is more likely to scratch. And that makes sense. It's a larger surface area, it could scratch easily, it would be more noticeable, so caviar would be more hard wearing, right? But if you like the feel and the look of the medium classic flap, I mean, there's no winner in terms of that one between the lambskin and the caviar. It's really up to you. Now, the other one I was kind of leading into, like the preferred look and feel. Now, that is just preferential, wear or not. If you just like the way lambskin looks and you're not gonna feel good with a caviar, buy a lambskin, but just know that you're going to have to baby this bag or this SLG with all of your might because the wear is almost instant. You would think that you could wear the bag like 12 times, 15 times before you see wear, but I wore that bag one time and I already saw a little bit of wear. Like, I was actually very shocked. Okay, the number of bags in your collection could also be a deciding factor whether you get caviar or lambskin. And I do agree with this point because if you have a smaller collection, like how I'm just starting off with Chanel's, but I do have other bags, but if you have a smaller collection and you're going to reach for your lambskin Chanel more than anything else on these special occasions or wherever it is you want to go, you're definitely going to see more wear on that bag. But if you have a larger bag collection, a mixture of caviar and lambskin or, you know, other bags, then go for it. If you're only going to wear it, say, once a month or on a special occasion or something, and you're really going to baby it, it'll last longer. Now, another point would be your OCD level. Now, if getting a little scratch or bumping your bag against something or something happening just sets your mind on fire, I would say please just eliminate yourself from that stress and just get a caviar, okay? I'm just gonna leave that one as that, okay? Now, resale value is a big deal too. I did some research and I wanted to see if there was a difference between the resale value of the caviar leather versus the lambskin leather. And to be honest, I really didn't see a big difference between the two. So I would say for long-term use, caviar is gonna look better. So you're gonna get more for your money if it looks better than another bag that is the same bag but just in lambskin and has wear, if you understand what I mean. If they're both excellent condition bags, I really don't see a difference in terms of price. But if you have a lambskin that's been worn as much as a caviar, more than likely you'll be able to sell the caviar for a lot more. You know, granted, if you have the authenticity card, the bag, the box, the dust bag. Right, so my camera died, of course, and earlier when I was recording, it didn't record my voice towards the end. It just stopped recording my voice. So this is like my third time. So just to pick up where I left off, I believe I was saying, you know, wear versus lambskin and caviar, you know, more than likely you may get more for caviar because it looks better as long as you have your box, your bag, you know, the authenticity card, the dust bag, and all of these things that people love to have, maybe even the receipt, and it looks good. You'll definitely get more than a lambskin that might have more wear on it, and the likelihood of there being wear if it's worn often is high. Okay, so let's just see what the special factor is. This might be a bias because I personally love lambskin, and I do, but a Chanel classic flap in any leather would be special, but a Chanel classic flap in lambskin is extra special in my opinion. And I know, I believe that, and to be honest, I believe that most people prefer, or old school prefer, lambskin Chanel over caviar because most of the first bags were made in lambskin, and some people, you know, the older generation feel that if you have a caviar Chanel, it's like not a real Chanel, right? I guess because lambskin, you have to take really good care of it. It's cherished more, possibly. Care and storage. So let's talk about care and storage about lambskin versus caviar. Let's see. Storage for lambskin, which is obvious, is way more important than caviar. You have to stuff the bag. Put felt protective covers over the flaps. Wrap the chains, the hardware of the lambskin, right? For storage purposes. With a caviar, you don't necessarily need to do that. That's another thing. Your usual outfits. Do you often wear leather jackets, jeans, or any clothing with zippers, studs, or any other embellishments? If you do, then caviar might be a better fit for you and your clothes in terms of wear. However, if you wear more soft skirts, silk skirts, flowy dresses, etc., then lambskin can be a consideration. And honestly, I was thinking that I should purchase some silk scarves, either from Louis Vuitton or Chanel or Hermes, and maybe just like drape it over like the side of my body where I have the bag, in order for my lambskin not to wear as much and as quickly as it did, to be honest. So that is all I'm gonna go into with that, because I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, so once again, we have the lambskin and we have the caviar, and I'm curious to know, which one do you prefer? What is your Chanel dream bag? Are you a lambskin girl? Are you a caviar girl? Comment down below. Do you have a Chanel lambskin or caviar? Do you have both? How do they wear? Let me know. I'm new to the whole Chanel community, and I'm gonna be buying more Chanel, and I'm really curious to know firsthand, because everybody here is like-minded. We all love luxury items, designer bags, etc. And I'm sure that somebody in the comment section here, or one of the subscribers, would really love your input as I'm providing mine as I go through my collection of Chanel. And if you watched my other video, which I'll leave the card right here of me unboxing these two Chanel products, I did say that once you buy your first Chanel product or designer bag, you've broken the seal and there's no turning back. And I did say that I wanted to, at that moment, even go back and buy another Chanel product. And guess what I did? I went back that same day when I went there Boxing Day shopping, and I wore this cutie. I ended up right back in the Chanel boutique and I bought myself something else. So I am going to do an unboxing video very soon. It will probably be uploaded maybe by the time you watch this, or shortly after, within a day or so. I do post videos weekly maybe a couple videos a week, a few videos a week, but weekly you can expect videos from me. So why don't you subscribe? Why don't you click that notification bell so you can be notified when I post another video? And why don't you come over and see what I bought myself? Thank you for watching.